So welcome to online learning MS Excel and Tally ERP channel. So today we are going to see the new features in Tally ERP, which is known as cost center. So cost center is very important one feature for Tally user. It is also as an advanced features, so you can easily customize your transactions, and you can also add more information apart from the narration in accounting vouchers. Let's see how to activate these cost centers and other things. So if you want to do any additional features in Tally, first of all you have to press F11 accounting features. You can start F11 accounting feature, and you can select you can activate maintain cost center, yes, and more than one cost category, yes. So once you enable it, you can save them, Control A. So now you can start this cost centers. So what is generally cost centers? Let me show the example. For example, the company, okay, so paid wages to their employee. So how do we account it, this transactions? Very simple. Wage account debit, and you can say the cash or back is credit. This is your usual accounting pattern, no? So for financial report wage, you can see the consolidated amount and how much money goes out from the bank or cash also you can see here. But this transaction does not showing the clear information who got a salary from company. Suppose I have three staffs in my company. So for example, I have employees, I have a accountant, I have a driver, so I have a cleaner, and I have a manager, and I have a assistant. So these are all these people are working in my concern. So whenever you make a payment, you are not creating a separate ledger for each one of them. Accountant wage, accountant driver wage, driver medical expenses, driver cleaner medical expenses, manager advance. So you cannot create a separate ledger. So if you create a separate ledger, so what will happen? Your number of ledger GL maybe increase. So in order to keep these records separately in Tally, you can use this cost center. So the employee you can say as a cost category. This is one we want to say, and these three are, we can say, cost centers. So these three are cost center. So very easy to split these entries in Tally ERP. Let's see how to do that. First we can start create cost category. So accounts info, cost category, create. So employee, you can create employee. So allocate revenue items and non-revenue item also. Sometimes the same employee we may use for loans and advances also. So we need this category for non-revenue items also in future. Now we can go to cost centers. You can create cost centers, employee, for example, accountant. If you know the name, you can also enter the name. Then driver, then cleaner, manager, and assistant. So you can create these names as you like. You can create this name, and you can display them the names wise. You can display whenever you want these details. So we can see all the cost centers detail here. So now let us we can start the entry for this. So now I'm going to create a ledger for wage. So wage account, indirect expenses, Good. Cost centers are applicable. Yes, very good. I want to applicable the salary. No. The next, I'm going to create petty cash account. I would like to give some balance for this. Your opening balance 600 rupees or 10,000 rupees. Okay. So now let us start the voucher. I can go to accounting voucher. Accounting voucher. So example, I enter wage account. So I'm paying 5,000 rupees. So usually we are not taking any data here. Now you can see the cost category. So cost category, what you do, you can select this list of employee, and you can select the accountant, and you can enter the amount, and you can see the petty cash. So 5,000 is available here, and you can save. And one more ledger I'm going to create it is called salary advance account. Is loans and advances. So say example 1,500. This is also very important. We have to enable the cost centers. Yes. So now we can say this employee, and you can say drivers got 1,500 advance. So this is what where you can easily navigate your accounts, and when he repay that loan, you can easily manage it. When he repay the amount received, what you do, that for example he repay the salary advance 1,500, he repays 750, and you can select the salary advances. The name is employee, and you can say driver is paid 750 by cash. So at the end of the day, if you go statements of accounts, display daybook, statements of accounts, cost center, category summary. So you can see the accountant, he got salary, he got wage, and driver got advance 1,500, he repays 750. So remaining he has to pay 750 rupees. So all the detail very clearly you can take that ledger wise breakup. You go salary advance. So driver already got 1,500 from us, 750 we have to collect from him. Already he repaid the 750. So you can also manage the loan account. You can also manage the expenses account. This is very easy to manage everything. Okay. So the very important thing is, when you create a ledger, you must activate the cost centers. If it is applicable, you can activate this into this. Cost centers if possible. So this is very important one for the user. So very easily they can customize the cost centers. So the cost centers, as many as you want, you can add here. So any number, any categories, if you like, you can add the details here. You can add more details, projects or something you want. Example, you have these vehicles or properties. So whatever you want, you can add this one. So in entries, counting vouchers, very carefully handle this one. The wage, we can say this people are collecting the money, and this is salary advance. The people are already collect the money. The people who has already paid. So all the details you can see here. So you can add more cost centers in category. So category is a heading. For example, let's say the bike or like that. It is very useful. So cost center is one of the important features we can use in Tally ERP. In next video, we'll see detailed about the classes, how to add the classes, voucher class, how to set automatic voucher classes here. So once again, I repeat these steps. So before you start cost center, first you should know what type of cost centers you are going to use. According that, you can create it. So as per your wish, you can create first, design it. After that, you can create cost centers here. First you create category in Tally, and you can start first accounts info, and you can create. So you can activate this cost centers for revenue and non-revenue also if possible. So which is very useful feature for Tally users. You don't want to add more ledgers. So on end of the financial year, even you can for budgeting also you can plan this cost centers for budgeting. So you have a three type of budgets in Tally: ledger wise, group wise, and category wise. So it is very useful features. Please subscribe this video, comment on this, any doubt if you have. Thank you.